If you're living in an area that's not used to freezing temperatures and you're getting that storm that's coming through starting this weekend and you might lose power, I want you not to panic. You just need a simple plan. I want to show you how to cook at home, stay fed, and stay calm using what you probably already have. This is about warm food, simple meals, and reducing stress if the power goes out for a few days. All right, let's talk about how we could use our fridge and freezer wisely during a power outage. Keep the doors closed. A full freezer will stay frozen up to 48 hours. And for this, you can get a cooler so it helps you not open these doors all the time. Plan meals around what needs to be used first. Before you even think about going to the store, you are gonna do a pantry walkthrough. Break it down into 5 categories, okay? So you're looking for proteins, carb and grains, soups and broths, breakfast items, and snacks. This is how you avoid panic shopping. You're not asking, what do I need? You're asking, what do I already have? Okay, let's go to the freezer. Frozen vegetables, frozen cooked meats, and bread. Keep your freezer closed as long as possible. But what helps is get your cooler out, put some ice in there, and throw some of the things that are in your freezer in there so that way you have your basics and you're not constantly opening in and out. You want to keep a lot of your main stuff still good, especially if you don't have a generator. Here are some safe ways that you can cook inside the home. If you have a gas stove, many can be lit manually with a match or a lighter. If you have an indoor safe camping or butane stove, that works too. Whatever you're using, just make sure that it's set up on a heat-safe surface and not right next to curtains, paper, or clutter. Okay, here are some quick safety reminders. Never grill or use charcoal inside. I know that seems obvious, but it needs to be said. Never use your oven or candles to heat your home. Always crack a window or ventilate when you're using gas. And always keep a fire extinguisher nearby. One of the best things that you could do right now before your power goes out is cook a few things before the storm hits. That way later you're just reheating and not cooking from scratch, which saves fuel and energy. Soups are on top of the list. They reheat easily, stretch well, and only need low heat. Cooked grains are another big win. So rice, pasta, quinoa. You can even pre-cook proteins like chicken, ground meat, and beans. Once they're cooked, all you're doing later is just warming, not starting from zero. All right, let's talk about if you don't have time to pre-cook. And if this is you, this is where ready-to-go foods really shine. A lot of grocery stores now carry ready-to-use dehydrated or freeze-dried food that doesn't require full cooking. All you need to do is just add hot water or gentle heating. From Agassiz Farms, I have scrambled egg mix, fettuccine alfredo, and a creamy chicken flavored rice. These cook fast, use little fuel, and work so well in a single pot, especially for breakfast or dinner. From Nutri-Store, I have cooked seasoned ground beef crumbles and cooked pulled pork. These are already fully cooked proteins, so we're just reheating, not cooking from raw. You can add these to rice, pasta, soups, or just warm them through. I also keep a box of Mountain House meals that I picked up at Costco. The box includes freeze-dried breakfast, lunches, and dinners. We actually have one for each person in our home. These are perfect for those just-in-case meals, like beef stroganoff, scrambled eggs with bacon, chicken and dumplings, lasagna with meat sauce, and granola with milk and blueberries. The whole box has 28 servings and everything is freeze-dried. These are great because they only need hot water. No planning, no prep, no guesswork. All of these options are fuel friendly. You're not boiling raw food, you're not cooking for a long time, you're just rehydrating or warming. Low heat, lid on, one pot. This isn't about buying everything and turning your pantry into a survival store. Even 1 or 2 ready-to-go meals just takes the pressure off during a very stressful situation. All right, here's some no power cooking rules for you. Cook once, eat twice. Choose meals everyone will eat. Keep it warm, filling, and familiar. Save fuel by skipping complicated recipes. One of the biggest stressors during a power outage is, what do we eat? What are we gonna cook? So you could set up like a 3-day no power meal plan. This will definitely help with decision fatigue. And this plan works even better if you have a few things cooked ahead. So day one, use up what you already have. So for breakfast, you could do like oatmeal and a hot drink. Lunch, you could do soup. Dinner, you could do rice and beans. And make extra rice. This is intentional. Day two leans on leftovers. For breakfast, you could do oatmeal and like a granola bar or protein bar. Also have protein shakes on hand. For lunch, you could do leftover soup and add some of that rice from the day before into your soup. So for dinner, you could do pasta with a jarred sauce and then add in some already cooked protein or a canned protein. So cook this once and then have it again for day three. So day three is clean out the pantry day. So for breakfast, what do you got going on in there? Can you do toasts with however system that you have set up to cook? Can you do French toast if you need to use up bread? I think you're seeing what I'm trying to get at here. For lunch, you could do the leftover pasta. And then for dinner, you could do soup with whatever is left. Soup stretches food, fuel, and your patience. This is the mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of thinking, we don't have enough, ask, what meals can I make right now? What foods need to be used first? What foods stretch the best? And how much fuel do I actually have? Here on my channel, I have shared before how you can make shelf-stable meals and make meal kits out of them to store for later for emergencies just like this. Here are a few of those recipes. We have creamy chicken. So you'll need a can of chicken breast, green beans, cream of chicken soup, a gravy packet, and I am using this box of rice-a-roni as the rice in it. And you have creamy chicken. Next up is easy chili. So you can use baked beans. Yes, you can open up a can of chili and have chili, but this gives you some different ingredients. Diced tomatoes, black beans, whole kernel corn, and you can use a taco or a chili seasoning packet. Now if you have some freeze-dried meat like beef, add it in here. And there you have it, easy chili. Shepherd's pie. Any canned meat product, I'm using pork, green beans, corn, gravy. Now you could do this with rice on top, or you can use the instant potatoes. I'm gonna add a box of that in here, and you have shepherd's pie. What you're gonna need is something to put your meal kits in. You can use a bin, a Rubbermaid bin with a lid. You could store it in your storage room, in a closet, lift your bed, store it under the bed. You could do the longer rectangulars, flatter containers and put your goods in there. But you definitely need somewhere to store all your bags in, and this is a perfect tote for that. If you have food, heat, light, a plan, you're okay. You don't need to do this right, you just need to get through the next few days. Okay, if you want more tips and have more shelf-stable meal ideas, click on these videos here and I'll meet you over there. Now friends, stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you next time. Bye.